Weight loss vlog, day 18. I just woke up. My leg muscles are sore from the fast walking yesterday. Goes to show different kinds of workouts focus on different areas of the body, right? Walking really focuses on the legs. My legs feel, tight and strong and quite sore. I need to stretch out more. Um, let's go to our weigh in. All right, let's check in our weight in the morning today. Today's weight is the same as yesterday, 78.4. I just add that in. Thursday, 78.4. I did do 16/8 fasting. I did have some junk food yesterday, or rather snacks, I would say. And let's check the other things. Yeah, everything else is okay. Let's add that. Sweet. Let's look at our readings to make sure we entered it. Then let's look at the graph. A bit of a plateau there. I'm actually going to go ahead and add a note, for yesterday's reading. I had some junk snacks, so I just made a note in there, just for reference. It's a good habit, I think. Like in future when you're looking at your graph and you're noticing plateaus, it's good to make notes and to make correlations, right? All right, awesome, good job with the weight checking. Yeah, those rounds of Surya Namaskar just really get your blood flowing, and like a lot of times, I feel like it's a cardio workout because it, sometimes puts me out of breath because you have to control your breath with each cycle, right? And yeah, what an effective way to start the day. I love it. Back is still sort of in a tweaked state. Might take a few days to get better, but thankfully these yoga stretches, Surya Namaskar, uh, I'm able to do them without any pain or anything like that. So that's good. I just finished my yoga and meditation. Probably saw the clips from that. Feeling pretty calm. I'm gonna start my day now. And make sure you check those off in your habit share as well. Right, see you soon. Just having my antioxidant tea, and the choice today is again same as yesterday. Rooibos chai, Tetley's Rooibos chai. I just love it. Look forward to it every morning. Um, just wanted to give you guys an update on my back. Yeah, my upper back is pretty tweaked up. It's really sore. But pain means change, right? As long as you're being responsible, of course. This is all part of your body sort of adapting and becoming stronger, right? So, it's part and parcel. Yeah, but for muscle pain, highly encourage using this stuff. I got this a long time ago at Rexall in Canada. Um, and it's just a bean bag essentially that you can microwave. I microwave it for about 2 minutes, and just be careful not to put it directly on skin. But yeah, it's like the heating is so good for muscle pain. So my upper back pain is slowly starting to shift to my shoulder blades and my neck. So I'm just treating them with some heating pad for some to encourage blood flow, and it's good. I can also shift this to my lower back as well while I sit. And yeah, my lower back, my entire back is sort of really sore from this entire from these workouts, and I was strained myself a little bit too much. It's all good though. Yeah, I wanted to talk about motivation, right? So today is one of those days where I'm very low on motivation. Thoughts like, why am I even doing this? What am I doing this for? Putting in all of this hard work, but the weight hasn't really gone down. For 3 days in a row we have been in the same weight, and it's sort of getting to me, right? So I just wanted to share that thought process with you. So I'm very low on motivation today. I feel like breaking the fast early. I feel like eating whatever I want today. um, so this is a good point of time to sort of check in those feelings. Right now, me recording these videos really help because it's a way of journaling, and it's a way of checking in and externalizing your thoughts and feelings and emotions. I would suggest, if you're going through something similar, take a piece of note, paper or something, and just write these thoughts down. Just you know externalizing those thoughts out of your head and into either a video or a recording, or just a piece of paper that you want to just tear off and throw, are all good ways to sort of deal with these thoughts, right? Because most of the times these are just thoughts, these are just feelings with a capital F, I'd like to say. um, the moment you externalize, you've already dealt with it. You're already or at least partially, you've dealt with that. Just having it as a big cloud in your head is where the problems start, right? So when you feel low like this, yeah, so there are some tools. Number one, low on motivation. Number one, externalize it, write those feelings down. And number two, just check in on the wins that you have gotten. Like, yeah, the scale has not gone down, but what have you won? You've won, you know, discipline. You've won getting new habits inculcated, right? It's so hard. How many people do you know in your life that have this discipline, that have this self-control that you have been putting yourself through, right? Not many. Like, it's very hard to find a lot of people who wake up every day, driven to hit their health journey goals, and exercise every day, follow a diet every day, fast in a certain way every day. It's hard to find people like that, right? So if you've been doing this stuff, you already won. You're already a cut above the rest, right? You're already above you've crossed the normal curve. You're not in the bell curve anymore. So be happy, be proud. And any sort of non-scale victory that you have, whether it's feeling better about yourself, feeling lighter, clothes fitting better, um, or having more energy, all of those, write them down, because it's easy to forget those victories, right? Because it's less tangible than a scale number, right? So write them down, track them even if you can, if you'd like, um, because that's what's gonna help us carry forward doing what we're doing, even if our scale isn't going down, right? So that's one of the best things. Keep doing it, enjoy what you're doing, enjoy the process, forget about the outcome, and the outcome will come. And always, of course, number three is course correct. um, that's a very important thing. Keep an open mind and course correct. Be honest with yourself, right? So yesterday, for the past few days, yesterday I had some snacks, which is obviously bad. How will I lose weight if I have snacks, right? Especially if it's outside of what we're supposed to be eating, and it's outside of our calorie limit for the day. um, so that's something today I'm gonna try and not do. I'm not gonna touch snacks whatsoever. If I'm having a craving, I'm gonna replace that with a piece of tofu or chickpeas. um, and The other mistakes that I did yesterday was, I've been adding some feta in my sandwiches. Feta is high in fat, right? Um, so today I'm gonna try and not do that. So I'm not gonna add feta in my sandwich, right? Just course correct. Just take one day at a time. It's easier to say, I'm just gonna worry about it today rather than saying, oh, you know what, I'm gonna cut out feta for my entire life. That's too extreme. Extreme measures, don't work for a lot of people. It definitely doesn't work for me. So I'm just gonna say, just today, I'm not gonna have snacks. Today, I'm gonna replace snacks with chickpeas. Today, I'm not gonna have anything that's super dense in fat and calories. So no rice, no feta, no paneer. I've been having a couple of pieces of paneer here and there yesterday. It's good for health, but I want a boost. I want a little bit of weight reduction. I want to see at least a little bit of weight reduction, or at least try my best. Come on, I'm not gonna have that. Um, and I didn't have much sugar yesterday, so that was a win. I don't have sugar at all. The only sweetener I use at the moment is blackstrap molasses, and I had a little bit of less yesterday than the day before. So I'm going to continue that streak today. And yeah, I can't think of anything else for course correction today. So yeah, course correct. So we have 3 points there. So let's just follow that when we are low on motivation. I hope this helps. See you soon. Coffee shot. So it's 12:20. We have been fasting for a while, and it's finally lunchtime. It's the usual lunch part one. Nothing new here. So let's just quickly check that off. You know the drill by now. This is our usual lunch part one. So let's check off the items for the sandwich. Whole grain, herbs and spices, flax seeds, 1 count of bean. Arugula counts as greens, crucifers. And then let's move to the cup of nuts, 1/4 cup. Nuts and seeds, that's 1 serving of nuts for the day. Then let's move on to the whole grain granola cereal. That's 1 count of whole grain for the day. I'm sure I'm missing something. Of course, then we had our morning tea and preloading with water. So 2 counts of beverages. We'll be having our B12 after this, so that's vitamin B12. Awesome, we're 10 out of 24. Good job on tracking. I wanted to also touch on, let's look at the daily tweaks for a second, the 21 tweaks. And remember the hot sauce that we use, Farm Boy's cayenne pepper hot sauce. If we look at the daily tweaks, they mentioned garlic powder, ground ginger, and I believe there's vinegar somewhere here. Incorporate vinegar, there it is. So all of this stuff, a lot of this, the vinegar part of it, the garlic powder, and these things already come with this hot sauce. So that's one of the reasons I love it. So awesome, just wanted to mention that. All right, let's finish our fasting. We have been in the ketosis state. I love looking at this because it feels like a reward for all of the self-control. All right, and fasting. Yes. You have fasted for 17 hours and 20 minutes. That's awesome. That's great. Much more than 16 hours. I felt comfortable to do it. That's why I did it. Always, don't push yourself too much. Listen to your body. Check with your doctor before doing any of these things. The most important thing is that you're tracking this. Lunch part 2. Same as yesterday. Let's check those off. Same as yesterday. Let's quickly check that off. We have kute, which is 1 serving of bean, 1 serving of vegetables, and then we have our gover curry, just like flat beans curry, and that's 1 serving of vegetables. And then we have our rasam soup. This one doesn't have much lentils, so I'm not going to count towards anything. And then we have our half chapati with 1 serving of whole grain. And we have our the brown little paste there that you see. That's our greens togel, made from curry leaves and cilantro. Lots of curry leaves and lots of cilantro. So that's going to be 1 serving of greens. Um, and then we have some water as well. So 1 serving of beverages. So we are 16 out of 24. Awesome job. My NEPA after my meal. Right now, there's some work that I need to get done, so I'm just using my stand-up desk. So not sitting, standing is also NEPA. I'll be taking a walk with chutney shortly after. It's been a bit over an hour since my lunch, so I'm having my green tea, decaf green tea, before I step out with chutney. Let's check that off here. If you want to, you don't have to track this, or at least I'm not tracking this stuff right now, but hey, out for my NEPA walk with chutney here. Chutney, say hi. Okay, chutney says hi. Yeah, so yesterday I actually missed including a piece of footage. That footage I was talking about, video games, and I was giving a video games analogy about weight loss, but I actually missed including that, and I deleted that after I compiled the whole video yesterday. So yeah, let me fill you in on that today. Like you said yesterday, been playing a lot of video games recently. I've always loved video games. I slipped out of playing video games for a while, but have been getting back into it. And something that struck my mind, like if you've been playing video games as well, or if you've played video games in the past, what's one of the things that you love? For me, let's say I'm playing a video game, more than finally getting to the destination or finally winning the game, what I really remember and what's part of my core memories from playing each game or each level, right? All games have multiple levels that you have to beat, and every level has unique bosses, obstacles, challenges, power-ups, and things, and secrets and things that you can find, right? Cool things. And it's always the journey that's most memorable and that's most fun, rather than the final destination, right? Weight loss, the weight loss journey, health journey, is a very similar thing. Yes, getting to your ideal weight and ideal goals, and getting to that goal is important, but what's really enjoyable is actually the journey, for getting to that level, right? So I'd like to think of each kilo that I have to lose, or each pound that I have to lose, as a level in the video game, right? In the video game of weight loss. And let's say right now, when I started 2 weeks ago, when I was at 81, getting to 81 to 80 was level 1, right? And that was the first level that I had to play and win, right? And sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it might take 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, but that's your level that you're playing. It has its own challenges, its own obstacles, bosses that you have to beat, and along the way, just like in video games, as you gain experience points, as you play better, get better and better, you sort of level up, right? And you finally beat the boss. I bet the boss, and I got to my 80, and that was my level 1. And along the way, I got a bunch of power-ups and things like that, right? And so then I came to level 2, which is getting from 80 to 79. And now I'm in the next level, getting from 79 to 80, and staying in the 80s. That's right now, that's the level I'm at. So yeah, if you think of it that way, you're more mindful of making notes of all the cool things all the wins, all the victories that you get in each level. So imagine, uh, the number of kilos that you have to lose, that many number of levels for you to enjoy beating, right? So just a little bit of video game analogy. Think about your weight loss journey. Yesterday, I confronted, continuing with the video game analogy. Yesterday, during my playing my level, I was confronted by this little boss, which was cravings, and hit me, and I had to replay that. And then I was confronted by another enemy who was injury, right? My upper back. You fight that. Sometimes you have to repeat a level, and you're gonna get better. You're gonna win the game. So, just a fun way to think about weight loss. Fruits and berries time. That's my 3 counts of fruit and 1 count of berry. I might spread it out from now until dinner. But let's check those off right here. Definitely have fruits and berries, and definitely have a variety of them. And if you have a dog, give them a couple of blueberries. Blueberries are great for them, but of course they can't process a lot of blueberries, so 2 to 3 should be okay. Right. Catch you soon. In yesterday's video, I was showing you one way of frothing a Madras filter coffee, but the real way, the legit way, is to really pour the milk from a height like this, and you automatically get amazing, legit froth. Alright, so I'm out on my walk with chutney, but this is just not another normal, ordinary walk. This is my exercise for the day. Because of my upper back strain from yesterday, same as yesterday, I don't want to push myself too much by doing classic workouts. So I'm gonna get my exercise in from my walk, just trying to walk as fast as possible. Yesterday I reached about 3.5 miles per hour. I might do the same roughly today. So continue with my walk or my exercise. Pretty out of breath already. And, I'll make sure I stretch after. See you soon. Just got back from my workout, just walking. Same distance as yesterday, same speed as yesterday. So we can check that one off. Both in record list and habit share. Let our friends know. And make sure your stretches as well. So I finished my stretches. And about grocery shopping, that's a whole other topic. I'll be making a topical video on that, but I'm going to take this opportunity to just talk quickly about it, and I'll talk a bit from the stores as well. But yeah, usually pick a day for doing groceries, and on that day it's good to plan your next week's meal, right? And for me, the daily dozen is my guideline to make my grocery list. So I keep my grocery list on the side, I keep the daily dozen on the side, make sure that I'm getting ingredients, to make sure everything on the list is going to be checked off. And that's also my guidelines for meal prep and meal planning. So what I do, my wife and I sit together, look at the daily dozen checklist, make a meal plan for the entire week, including the weekend, lunch, dinner, snacks, breakfast, whatever it is. We plan it out, make sure we'll get all the ingredients every day, no matter what we are cooking, and base our shopping list on that. That's a good way to do it. And also in the grocery store, don't enter these stores when you're hungry. And if you're picking anything up, just think twice, make sure it's something on the list, or it at least has some ingredients from your Dr. Greger's list, and try to choose foods that are not processed or overly processed, right? So these are the guidelines. Now let's see if we can hit that. Talk soon. I'm at Costco right now. And what can we have? Nothing. Can't have anything. Choices. Keep walking. Yeah, here's a sneak peek of our haul from Costco. And if you look at there's snacks. There's some Whole Foods. But if you look at it, it's just a bunch of popcorn, and that's all whole grain. A bunch of whole grain cereal. So, and there's broccoli. Um, and there's like Greek yogurt. There's guac with no preservatives in there. So yeah, that's it's important what we choose when we go to especially stores like Costco. Choice becomes very important. Healthy choices. All right, time to leave the cart. So I know some people have left the cart there, but that's where the cart stand is. Choices again. It's always better to walk. Any opportunity to walk. Also, I've parked my car all the way there, far away from the actual gate. That's another strategy. If you check out the NEPA strategy, that's one of the strategies to get more NEPA. Choices, small choices. Every choice matters. Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm just in the car right now with my dinner my wife made for me. Yeah, it's red kidney beans, cooked and sauteed with a bunch of South Indian spices, and also zero fat Greek yogurt for some probiotic and proteins. And yeah, this is all measured as well. So the bean was measured. It was half a cup, so that's one measure of bean. So let's check that off right here in our regular list. And because we did the exercise as well, it should be a star day. And also we'll be having our tea at night, so I'm gonna check that off right now so we can make it a star day. Awesome. Yeah, so we just came out of the restaurant where my wife is buying her food, all healthy choices. I could have bought something there, but we already prepared this, and this is strictly in my diet right now, so that's good. All right, we're gonna do more groceries after this, and I'll give you a sneak peek of choices that we made. All right, see you soon. One of the cool things about bringing your lunch outside is once you're done with the lunch, especially if you're eating in the car, then there's no choice but to NEPA. You can't sit around too long. So I'm enjoying the NEPA right now. Yeah, I just came back after shopping. We didn't end up finishing all of our groceries, but we got some stuff. When you're getting rice, get red rice, get whole grain red rice, get whole grain brown rice like this. Yeah, we try to go for like whole grain variety of things. If you're getting bread, we try to go for whole grain rye bread or whole grain bread of some sort. Yeah, whole grain. It's awesome. I'm finishing my groceries tomorrow, and I'll talk more about food choices. Antioxidant tea. Never miss it. Never miss it. So my nighttime weigh-in was 79.2, same as yesterday. Not expecting much tomorrow as well, but let's keep it going. All right. Thanks for following me today, and I'll see you tomorrow.